How much confidence do we have that when we pray that Yah actually hears us and that He actually wants to answer our prayers? Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah, day number 5 of the Torah portions, Tetzaveh. Let's go to the book of Shemot or Exodus, chapter number 30, and read the first 7 verses. And you shall make a slaughter place to burn incense on, make it of acacia wood, a cubit long and a cubit wide. It is square and 2 cubits high, its horns are the same. And you shall overlay its top and its sides all around and its horns with clean gold. And you shall make for it a molding of gold all around. And make 2 rings for it under the molding on both sides. Make them on its 2 poles, and they shall be holders for the poles to lift with. And you shall make the poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold. And you shall put it before the veil that is before the ark of the witness, before the lid of atonement that is over the witness, where I am to meet with you. And Aaron shall burn on it sweet incense morning by morning. As he tends the lamps, he shall burn incense on it. So today we're discussing the altar of incense. This is a place of intercessory prayer. There is an incense mixture that we will study a little later on. And it is made very specifically of certain ingredients. Some we know, some we don't know. And this incense is laid upon coals that are sourced from the altar out in the courtyard. Again, that we will study about in the days to come. So coals that have been at a place where one offers themselves. The altar in the courtyard is a place of the olah. This is the offering that is elevation. This is where we seek to ascend. It's the whole offering, the burnt offering. It's what's referenced in Romans chapter 12, verse 1 and 2. Take time and read that. So we present ourselves a living sacrifice, an olah to Him. All that we are, we seek to ascend. It's a place where we put our mincha, our meal offering, or the grain offering that says, you are my substance and my supply. Our thanksgiving offering, our shalom offering to Him that says, thank you for all that you have done for me. It's a place where we work atonement between ourselves and our Creator, where we confess our sins and we are able to draw near and be forgiven and restored. It's a place where our trespasses between one another has been rectified and atoned for. So here's a place where the individual is changed. It's a place where the individual worships, where we draw near to the Most High. From the coals that then are stained with blood and fat, from the offerings that have been presented on them, a fire pan of those are brought into the set-apart place and laid upon this golden altar of incense. And here it is called a slaughter place or an altar, a mizbeach, if you will, in the Hebrew. A mizbeach, but no animal is laid here. This is not a place where we present lambs or bulls, but rather incense. Incense that is symbolic and indicative of prayers, intercessions. It is situated just in front of the veil that separates us from the most set-apart place and the Ark of the Covenant and the mercy seat that sits on top. There Yah speaks to us. There we hear Him. There we discern His heart. And here before Him, we lay this incense on and the smoke begins to billow up. Well, this is not just a small amount. This is an intensive, overwhelming, smoke-filled room. And the aroma that is brought forth by the incense is very, very powerful. There we began to merge in the smoke the physical realm and the spiritual realm. Remember that incense must accompany the high priest when he goes in on Yom Kippur to place blood upon the mercy seat. The smoke has a twofold purpose. It is symbolic of the rising up of our spirits and our innermost beings before Him, that we come into His nostrils. Have you ever walked into a room and you smelt a certain food cooking, and the instant remembrance of how it was as a child, perhaps, that you remember that aroma? Fresh bread coming out of the oven, and you're taken back to a childhood where maybe mama was making biscuits or cornbread. Cornbread? There are those situations where our nose kicks in remembrances. Perhaps in a way of thinking then, the incense of our prayers comes up and it causes Yah to remember His covenant with us. Not that He would forget. It's symbolic in its meaning more to us than to Him. But it is a means by which Yah is called to remembrance. It stirs Him. It catches His attention. Secondly, it diffuses His face. That is, it's the thin, smoky veil that allows us to approach closer, and yet His face is hidden from us as set apartness would require. There's only a very thin, smoky veil between us and the Creator of the universe. So it's a place of intercession. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai said, and I quote, that the incense annihilated many evil forces, and as a result, the other side, the side of darkness, the other side was bound and subdued, remaining unable to bring about strict justice below and unable to act as accuser on high. According then to this rabbinical thought, it is the intercession of the saints, the act of incense going up, that brings victory and overcoming of our adversary. It diffuses and brings down, it blocks the accusations that he may present at the throne, and it subdues his authority here in the earth. So smoke has a way then, as it goes up, to lift our intercessions and our hearts before Him. Let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter number 8. And it says that when the seventh seal of the seven seals was opened, that seven messengers who stood before Elohim were given seven trumpets. And verse 3 and 4 read, "And another messenger came and stood at the slaughter place," this would be the altar of incense, "holding a golden censer, and much incense was given to him," much incense, "that he should offer it with the prayers of all the set-apart ones upon the golden slaughter place which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense with the prayers of the set-apart ones went up before Elohim from the hand of the messenger." Now what happens afterwards is that judgments from the heavens begin to fall upon the earth. And so when you and I pray, when we intercede and we're crying out, "Oh Yah, how long? How long will the travesties of misjustice be carried out? How long will those that are sick and suffering not be well? How long, Father, will your people be oppressed? How long will we see evil prevail and darkness win? Where is the light?" Yah is hearing and answering those prayers, and they may be being stored up for a time when they will be offered with incense, and He will bring judgment in the earth. In the book of 1 Corinthians, Rav Shaul, the Apostle Paul, is instructing about the operation of spiritual gifts in a corporate setting. And he makes this mention in verse number 13. "Therefore, he who is speaking in a tongue, let him pray that he might understand. For if I am praying in a tongue, my spirit is praying, but my understanding is without fruit. What is it then? I shall pray with the spirit. I shall also pray with the understanding. I will sing with the spirit, and I will sing with the understanding." There are times that we know not what to say, and so it is our spirit that offers up incense for us. The Ruach HaKodesh, then, the Holy Spirit, acts then as a high priest for us in prayer, offering up incense and a means by which we're unable to express ourselves, The need is too great. Pray. Whatever you do, pray. And know that Yah hears and Yah answers. Shabbat Shalom to you, to all who meet with you. May you indeed find rest in Yeshua. And we look forward to seeing you again next week. Shalom.